separately is that this is one of the most avoidable topics while learning C programming, because we usually don't care how we name our variables, as it is not the case that everything is allowed in C programming as we want. Therefore, studying naming conventions is equally important. Name of a variable is composed of letters, or maybe the combination of letters, both uppercase and lowercase, and digits. Rules for naming variables are as follows. You cannot start your variable name with a digit. For example, globe is a valid variable name. On the other hand, toGlobe is invalid. Even though underscore counts as a letter, but don't begin variable names with underscore. Although you cannot begin with underscore because huge number of variable names beginning with underscore are reserved for system use. Using them in your program may cause problems in your code execution. Therefore, it's better to avoid such names. C language is case sensitive, means uppercase and lowercase letters are distinct. Writing where, all are different, you can say. It is interesting to know that traditionally, lowercase letters are used for naming variables and uppercase letters for naming symbolic constants. We'll talk about symbolic constants when we study the use of hash define later. Special characters such as @ hound, percentile, power, ampersand, star, etc. other than underscore are not allowed in the name of variables. Note, maybe some special characters used in naming variable can work, but most of them failed. Like when I put $ somewhere in between or even at the beginning of the variable name, it works. But if I choose some other special character like percentile, it produces error. Therefore, better is to avoid the use of special characters. But yes, I told you to avoid using underscore at the beginning, but you can use it in between the name of the variables. Blanks, or you can say white spaces, are not allowed in between for the separation of different parts of the name of variable. For example, int my variable is invalid because of the blank space over here. You can see blank space. Compiler won't be able to recognize it as a single variable. Instead, if you want to improve readability, you can use underscore instead of blank space. Int my variable is now a valid variable name. As you can see over here, now I had put underscore instead of that blank space. Keywords like if, else, for, while, switch, int, float, long, double, etc. are reserved words. You cannot use them in naming your variables. Although all these keywords are lowercase, and if you insist to use them in naming your variables, you can make either a single or multiple letters uppercase, and then you can use them like this. Finally, there is one important tip. Do not use long name for your variables. It may not look good, and using them later in your program is not that easy because you have to write down those long names again and again in your code whenever you want to use them. That's it for now. See you in the next lecture.